Did you really love
Well, I loved the cut and thrust of all this sort of stuff going on in the jail.
Nah, he's crazy. He loved being in jail. He loves popping people. This dude is crazy. What up, YouTube? It's your girl, TT Chanel. You clicked the title. You read the page. We are reacting to Mark Chopper. Mark Chopper, the gangster slash convicted felon slash gang member slash goddamn what else, man? Listen, man, he done it all, and he confessed to everything he's ever done in a 60-minute interview. Well, it's called 60 Minutes, like that's the name of the news company. And I'm super excited to react to it. Now, first and foremost, I want to say shout out to The Last for putting me onto this guy. I didn't even know he existed. Being in America, you know, we got our kingpins, we got our convicted felons, we got our people that we look up to as far as, like, you know, hustlers. But we never had, like, I don't know, I don't think we ever had someone like really confess to all of their crimes for the most part. So I'm super excited to get into this because I don't know, something about reality that just it sparks my interest, because it's like, you really did that to those people. It kind of makes me realize that the world is evil and you kind of got to adapt to certain evil things so that way you don't end up being a victim, right? So hope you're feeling good, hope you're feeling great. This is not one of those videos that's probably gonna heighten your mood, but if you lit like me, let's get it.
Ain't no people just not be. Nice picture.
That's how many times he got stabbed? Hold on, y'all see that?
Ain't
One.
No people just not be.
Two.
Nice picture.
Three. And then they cut him. Goodness gracious. And it just started. Oh, this about to be good. Yo, get the blunt, lads. Yo, lads, get the blunt. It's lit.
Stanley by there.
Mark Chopper Reed dished out and survived a lot of violence in his life.
Bullet hole back there.
His body is like a roadmap to hell and back. But suffering stage 4 liver cancer, he knows he's on a one-way journey.
Did you see that in the camera? That's the tumour. Look at that. That's a pretty big tumour, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a big
Oh my goodness. Damn.
tumour.
Look at the size of the bastard. Oh,
Is that one thing you are frightened of?
well, I don't like the look of it. I don't like the look of it. It's growing in my guts. I don't like the look of it.
You need a hand up.
Oh, yeah.
Emotionally, how are you coping with the thought of dying?
Oh, it doesn't even hit me emotionally. It hasn't even, I don't even, you know, I haven't thought of dying. I don't think of laying in the grave and, you know, what's going on here, you know. I'd like to come back and see what all the fuss is going to be after I'm dead. Read a few of the papers and watch a few of the TV shows and listen to a few of the arty-farty debates, you know, that are going to be on after I'm dead. Was he or wasn't he a good writer? Was he or wasn't he a good artist? Was he or wasn't he a good singer?
Do you think
He can sing? I thought he was a convicted. Let me just get into this.
there'll be a debate about whether you were a good or bad man?
Oh, yeah, there'll be a debate about that, yeah.
Is that debatable?
Oh, I suppose it's debatable, yeah.
There could be no more fitting place than Melbourne's Pentridge Prison for Chopper Reed's final interview. Now closed, Chopper spent nearly 20 years of his life inside these penitentiary walls.
20 years and he killed mad people? Huh? 20 years and he well, no, not allegedly, because he confessed. 20 years? They only gave him 20 years for doing all that? Ain't that about a...
So, weeks from death, it was here he decided to finally come clean on a crime he has never been convicted of: murder. Tonight, he's admitting to 4 homicides.
So he admitted to 4 homicides. And they only gave him 20 years? I gotta hear more.
Well, are you prepared to tell the truth today?
Yeah, of course I am.
Why is that?
Because that's what it's all about. This is the last interview. The last picture show.
Does your word mean anything?
Don't question me about my bloody well word. That's all I'm saying to you. That's it. 4 is all you're getting, and that...
So it's more than 4. He said, I'm gonna tell y'all 4, but that's all you're gonna get. That man took, let me tell you something. Take some things just between you and God. You just deal with it. If you make it, you don't, you go to hell. You gotta deal with God.
4, that's it. 4, that's it. That's it. I haven't killed any more than that. And don't try to make out that I have.
I guess the point is you have said in the past you put a television camera in the room and you'll lie your head off.
Oh, yeah, of course I yeah. Right. But I'm telling the truth now.
Oh, this about to be good, lads. Yo, lads, subscribers, whoever watching, this about to be good. Trust me, hit that subscribe for the vibe. Light your spliff, get your drink. I don't know what time it is, but this about to be good.
So, Mark, what happened to Desi Costello
Well,
here?
Desi Costello was standing here. He was here.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you know, you're a fucking imbecile, Des, you know. You gotta get it, you know. You're a fucking imbecile. Fucking whack, bang.
Outside the Leinster Arms Hotel in Collingwood, Chopper is taking me through this bizarre reenactment of a murder 42 years ago.
Come on, put your fucking hand up.
Right, this one?
Yeah, he fucking, and then he went like that.
Right.
Now, I just want to say this. Y'all see how he can remember a murder from 40 years ago? He remembers something from 40 years ago. So when you dating somebody and they tell you they don't remember, they're lying. If it's something traumatic, you always gonna remember a traumatic experience. I don't care how drunk you are, you're gonna remember a traumatic experience. When it's traumatic, damaging, you're gonna remember it. At least I'm standing 100% on that. I feel that way. Y'all drop a comment, tell me what you think. If you disagree with me, let's have that debate. My personal opinion, traumatic experience, you will never forget it. It's a stain that just does not come off. So, yeah, let's get into it.
It was an organised hit on Union heavy Desmond Costello. Chopper Read was just 17 years of age, and this was his first murder.
At 17, I'm gonna let it rock.
Who was this bloke?
Painter and Docker. Yeah.
What was your involvement in his murder?
I was just the bloke that killed him.
Do you even remember why he had to die?
No, I can't really tell you why. I haven't got the faintest idea. I'm trying to think of something why. I haven't got the faintest or remotest idea why. You know, you start to get into the land of, oh, really, I don't really, why? I don't know why. And as I sit here now, I couldn't care less. Why?
Did why ever matter to you?
Why? No.
He said the why don't matter. If I want him gone, he's gonna be gone. I don't care why. I'ma do it. Gangsta.
Nothing to do with it.
Did he see it coming?
Well, no, he didn't really see it coming, no. He didn't believe it was going to come, not from me. I was only a young kid, I was only 17 years old.
When you were about to shoot him, what did he say?
When I pulled the gun out, he said, fuck off, you know. He said, what are you going to do with that, Chopper? I said, what do you think? And he said, get fucked, go away. He said, I'll smack you in the mouth. I'll take it off you and jam it up your ass, all that sort of stuff, you know. And so I just shot him. He started to insult me, you know.
But you were going to shoot him anyway, weren't
Well,
you?
yeah, but he was getting insulting, you know, saying that I wouldn't shoot him and he'd take the gun off me and stick it up my bum and all sorts of stuff, you know.
The pub's keg cellar became Des Costello's
What? He take the gun off and put it in his bum. Hey, yo, what's happening?
temporary tomb.
I ain't gonna lie though, real gangsters do some. Yo, they don't just shoot. You know, most people just shoot you, and that's some real gangsters. They kidnap you, cut off. It's crazy.
Yeah, and he's gone.
When you threw, why are you laughing?
Down he goes.
That's it.
Yo, he's laughing. He's like, so I did what I had to do with him, and I threw him down there. He went in the cellar, and he's gone. Haha. How that's funny? Yo, he's crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
And you thought he was dead,
Yeah. Dead as a doornail as far as I was concerned.
but he wasn't, was he?
Well, the next morning he's still a bit of a cackle.
So what did you do then?
Step on his fucking throat. We just fucking went like that. Just took a bloody, just a bit of a. That's all it took.
Did you know that you had that in you then?
Yeah, of course I did. Yeah.
Blasé and brutal, the 17-year-old chopper and an accomplice carried the body of Desmond Costello a few blocks to dump it here, in the shadow of what locals call the Collingwood Shot Tower. Police found his body, they just never found his murderer.
Were you surprised that you got
Well, they found him now.
away with it?
No,
Why?
there's no one around. No one, no. This is 5:30 in the bloody, whatever it was, morning in 1971 in Collingwood.
So you don't think anyone saw you?
Well, if they did see us, they turned their head quickly and went the other way.
So what turned 17-year-old Chopper Read into a killer, the son of a soldier and a religious mother? As
He had a religious mother. He the son of a soldier. So the soldier part probably is where he got his tactics from. But the religious part, like, damn, why you so evil and demonic?
young boy, he was sexually assaulted, later teased and beaten up at school, spent time in foster care and was even committed to psychiatric hospitals.
What do you reckon has made you who you are, Mark?
I don't know.
But do you think that anything in your past, the fact that you yourself were attacked as a 5-year-old or 6-year-old and raped, do you think, the fact that an orphanage for a time, do you think the fact that your dad loved guns and you described him as mad, do you think that shaped you?
I've never stopped to analyse I've never stopped to analyse it. I've never dwelled on it or given it any great thought. What makes me tick? It really it amuses me when other people say, "Oh, I know you." Why is that? "Oh, I've spent so much time with you. I know you." We don't know what makes anyone tick. Everyone's a mystery to everyone, and everyone is a mystery to themselves, I believe.
I actually agree with that. I actually agree with that on so many different levels. And I tell that to people all the time, especially people like that knew me from like 5 years ago. I'll be like, a human changes every day. An experience could change a person. You might know a person Monday, but Monday night, they went through something and it changed them. They're no longer the same person. You can lose a person mentally just like that. So I agree with him. It sounds crazy that I'm agreeing with a damn serial killer, but I agree with him.
But the violence, and
What violence?
the absolute fascination with guns, where did that come from?
What violence? There's no violence in shooting someone. There's no violence. There's no blood spurting out all over the kitchen and
Yeah, but you've told me you've probably stabbed up to a dozen people. You've jumped on people's heads. You've done. I mean, you're violent, Mark.
No, oh God, there's violence and then there's violence. I mean,
Only weeks before his death, Chopper still had the energy to theatrically make his chilling point.
Is that camera following me? You put the mouth on the side of the gutter there, and you get them to open their mouth along the edge of the gutter. And you stand back and you go.
Yeah, the fact that he don't feel like this is violent is wild to me. Like, this guy is sick.
Smash to the back of the head. Ooh, right on the edge of the gutter. Bang, that's violent. That's violent. You start seeing the blood roll out. Oh, that's violent. That's an act of violence. And you're starting on an act of violence there. That's getting towards an act of violence, in my book.
Coming up,
My enemy didn't even like being in jail. Mate.
and justice criminal. For many admirers, he was much more than that. Larrikin, showman, comedian. And he loved playing to the crowd, by his own admission, embellishing his crimes as part of the Chopper Roadshow. But tonight, he insists he's telling the truth to set the record straight. You're about to hear the details of 2 more murders he committed, but for which he was never convicted. As always with Chopper, the language and the subject matter are explicit.
How do you think the other prisoners would see you?
They hate my guts. I'm as popular as a pork chop in a synagogue.
There has never been a crim quite like Chopper Read. Articulate, charismatic and funny, here was a man only too willing to shine a light on Australia after dark.
The criminal world is controlled by blood and guts. It always has been controlled by blood and guts. It always will be controlled by blood and guts.
It's hard to believe you spent something like 23 and a half years in places like this.
7.5 years in a place like this and 5 years down at Risdon Prison, Tasmania.
Bar a few months, this was Chopper's home from his late teens to middle age.
Yeah, but you put a bed in here and there's not much room.
A bed and a
I'm high as fuck, lads.
a plastic bucket for a toilet, a plastic bottle full of water and a roll of toilet paper. That's what you got. And yeah.
While Chopper was never convicted for murder, he did time for violent crimes, armed robbery, assaults, arson, kidnapping. And on the inside, he was just as violent. As leader of the notorious Overcoat Gang, he declared war on his rivals.
What would motivate you to get involved in that gang war?
Well, I just didn't like the faces of the people of the opposition. They when I arrived in B Division, they seemed to have everything under control. They were making all the home.
See, back in the day, they been saying opposition, ops, all that. We kind of just dropped the ishing part and just say ops. But see, we're original gangster shit.
Brews and getting all the dope in and organising everything and running around the place like kingpins. And so I thought I'd rectify the situation. And we had some homemade axes made up down the engineer's shop, and it was me and a couple of other friends. I made them wear overcoats, and we had axes up our sleeves, and we went around and dealt with the situation.
So you're not going to get me then, Keithy?
You're not worth doing any more time over here, Maggie.
Oh, Keithy?
And Chopper so enigmatic, they made the movie Chopper. He in turn became an international cult hero.
Oh, I gotta watch this movie, but I'm gonna have to fast forward, so I don't want no copyright issues. But I definitely gotta watch this movie, but I'm gonna do a review on it too.
Like it. My enemy didn't even like being in jail. I loved it. My enemy didn't like being in Haste Division. I loved it. My enemy didn't like having to get up every Monday morning and watch for low-flying pocket knives and low-flying hammers and whether they're going to get attacked that day and who they'd have to attack that day to survive. I loved it, right?
Did you really love it?
Well, I loved the cut and thrust of all this sort of stuff going on in the jail.
Nah, he's crazy. He loved being in jail. He loves popping people. This dude is crazy.
But it's the cut and thrust he inflicted upon himself that he will be forever remembered. Famously cutting off his ears to get out of maximum security.
How much did it hurt?
Oh, it hurt like hell. It really bloody hurt. You know, I've got a great tolerance to pain. I didn't yell out or anything, but it bloody well hurt. Oh. And Kevin Taylor's got the ear like that and he's gone. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm trying to be gentle, mate. I said, you're an idiot. I said, you don't hack someone's ears off gently. I said, you hack through them, like that. And put some muscle into it, right? And he's going, straight through.
Keep in mind, yo, he's describing how he cut off his ear. Yeah.
Right? And he's going, He said, you're not going to bash me later, are you? I said, no, come in and do the other one. I'm going to look at an idiot with one ear, aren't I?
But behind Chopper's madness and mirth was always the menace. Inside Pentridge Prison, he was judge, jury and executioner. And it was here Chopper Read says he committed his second murder in 1974. His victim was pedophile and child killer Reginald Isaacs.
I mean, it's like, I don't really feel bad for this one because of what he was about. We don't bring harm to children. We don't play about children. So, you know, Chopper was doing the Lord's work. Take it how you want to take it.
Me and Mad Charlie walked into his cell. Charlie's belted into the ground, and I've jumped up on his bunk and jumped on his head, from his bunk onto his head, from his bunk onto his head, from his bunk onto his head, right? And then I've gone from the bunk, I slipped down off the head and hit the chest. From the bunk on into the chest, bang, bang. And he wasn't dead, you know, but he was sort of, you know? And so I've taken his shoelaces off him, tied his hands behind his back, and then I've taken the sheets off him, wrapped the sheets around his neck, lifted him up with Mad Charlie, got the sheets around his neck, and I've tied the sheet up over the top railing of the obso gate, pushed him down, and I've gone out of the cell, and I've closed the cell door. There was no one that saw us. We were pretty quick in here. And anyway, at 7 o'clock that morning, they've opened his cell door and found out that he committed suicide.
The official verdict was suicide, but Chopper claims he got away with murder within these four walls of D Division at Pentridge.
No one ever questioned me for murder over it. No one ever thought it was murder. They always thought it was suicide.
And you almost sound proud of your work on that one.
That's how my homie Red died. May he rest in peace. You know, I believe he was murdered, but they made it a suicide. So after hearing that, I'm gonna stand on what I believe.
Oh, well, anyone that had killed a child in such a manner didn't deserve to live.
But why was it up to you to...
Well, it must have been up to me because everyone in the remand yard shook hands with each other and said the first person that sees this bloke was obliged to kill him. And well, I happened to be the first person to see him, so it was up to me to kill him.
Yeah, like I said, I don't feel bad for the second guy.
St Kilda, 1987, and in a rare stint out of jail, Chopper commits his third murder, shooting Siam Ozakam, also known as Sammy the Turk, outside Bojangles nightclub.
Oh, y'all got well, you see, we got Bojangles, but that's like a fast food restaurant. Is that club still around? Bojangles nightclub? Let me know.
Why did you come out with Sam the Turk?
Oh, because he told me he was going to sell me a handgun out here.
The seedy nightclub has long since gone. It's now a health spa. And Chopper says for the first time he is telling the truth of what happened here.
I said, well, where is it, mate? And he said, they be here in a minute, they be here in a minute. I said, who's they? He said, they be here in a minute. And I turned around and see nothing behind me. And so I thought, they be here in a minute, you treacherous bastard, you know? And I said, you brought me out here to kill me, didn't you? And so I shot him. As you do.
Damn. He's like, I felt like he was going to do some fuck shit, so I popped him. Screaming.
I shot him. And down he went, and that was it.
Wait. Chopper, you got gun? Got gun, huh?
The stand.
I was standing over bloody virtually half of them and taking their money. They didn't like it. You know?
But on the night he shot him, Sammy the Turk didn't pull a gun on Chopper. He was unarmed.
When I killed Sammy the Turk, that wasn't self-defence. That was outright fucking murder. Sorry, it shouldn't be swearing, but that was outright murder. I told the armed robbery squad that night that it was self-defence. I said he grabbed the gun out of the front of me pants, and I grabbed the shotgun out and click, click, click here, and I've gone bang through the head. And I thought to myself, if anyone believes this story, they got rocks in their head.
But the jury did believe Chopper, and he was acquitted.
Everyone swallowed it. I couldn't understand.
Yo, but I tell people all the time, man, it's all about what you can prove, what makes sense. It could be a beautiful lie. The shit makes sense, you gonna get away with that shit.
And next thing you know, the jury come back and said, not guilty. I didn't go, cheer, cheer. I just dumbfounded as the jury walked out. I'm still looking. Did they say not guilty? I couldn't believe it. Not guilty for that. Oh, God almighty. Thank God you can't be tried twice.
What you've just heard is Chopper Read admitting to his third murder, a confession he's never made before and one he's certainly never been convicted of. But the killing didn't end there, and that brings us to the cold case of Sydney Michael Collins, who's been officially missing since 2002. Here's a bikie boss who had his first run-in with Chopper 10 years earlier, when Chopper shot and wounded him. Still to come.
What more do you need? Bang, get a bit of that into you.
Killing in cold blood.
Why did you murder him?
Because he was an absolute turd.
Chopper.
Oh my goodness, this guy is...
On 60 years since he'd been on the Inman word. Chopper Read has been making a living playing Chopper, enthralling audiences with a mix of dark deeds and black humour.
Sort of like a thin line that I sort of spot.
So this dude caught all them bodies and then wrote a book, because they said he's an author, and then did stand-up. He did stand-up comedy after this? I can't make this up.
Thin line, spot. That's the way you know you're following the trail of someone's had their leg blown off.
But as funny as he makes it out to be, as a standover man, kidnapper and hired gun, he was feared as one of Australia's most dangerous men, no matter how he fobs it off now.
Of course we were kidnapping them and taking their bloody money and all the rest of it, but basically that was it. We just kidnap them, we take them, bash them and smash them and bash them and smash them, and give them a good eye and then let them go.
This violence that you have in you, the rage that you have in you...
It's not a rage, it's not a rage.
Did you learn it, or were you born with it, do you reckon?
I don't know. I don't know.
What does your family think of your line of work?
My father was... he was tickled pink. He'd roll around the floor laughing. And my mother was horrified into absolute denial. She just used to...
Not his father was proud of him.
Say that she was no relative of mine.
She thought you were mad, didn't she?
Yeah, she always believed me to be insane, you know. Yeah.
I'm a very, very good shot. Would you like me to show you how good a shot I am?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll get my young assistant, Trent, grab that bottle, get over there.
Mad, bad, definitely a loose cannon.
Yep, I'm a crack shot.
Yo, he shot that bottle with him holding it. I thought the dude was going to put the bottle and get out the way. He made him hold the bottle in his hand and... Nah, this dude's crazy.
When he filmed this extraordinary scene back in 1992, Chopper was only months away from going back to prison. This time for shooting bikie boss Sid Collins.
Because he was the national president of Outlaw Motorcycle Club, I was supposed to donate $8,000 to his bloody wedding. So all the people that were coming to the wedding, the main people, had to bring $8 grand. I'm not giving him $8 grand for his bloody wedding. I don't even know how to ride a motorbike. You know, what will these bloody bikies want me to invite me to their bloody weddings for? And you've got to bring bloody large amounts of money. Stick it up your bum.
And is that why you shot him?
Yes. What more do you need? Bang, get a bit of that into you.
Yo, I'm screaming. He said, well, more than you need. Bang, get a bit of that in you. Nigga said, hold that. Bow. Good night. Give you no 8 G's.
And then you had him driven to hospital.
Well, I said, you want one in the brain? No. And I said, when you go under the lemon tree or out into the hospital, where do you tell on people? No. You don't tell on people? You stick solid? Yes. You won't go give me up? No. All right, good. So we can take you to hospital and you remain silent? Yes. Word on that? Yes. I believe you. Rightio, take him to hospital.
But Sid Collins broke this baffling criminal code by going to police. Chopper spent the next 6 years here at Risdon Prison.
You can't go dobbing people in. You can't go giving people up just for a minor shooting. Shot him in the guts.
He said just for a minor I don't think that was minor, my boy.
And took him to hospital. It was a petty offence.
After his release from prison in 1998, Chopper said he was never
attempted murder, and he only got from 92 to 98. That's crazy.
going back. His years of crime were over. But what nobody knew was he would never forget being crossed by Sid Collins.
And so then, 10 years later...
Yeah, about 10 years later, yeah.
You track him down in Casino.
No. We're in Casino, New South Wales, doing a talk night. Me and Jacko doing a talk night. Who do you think comes up to me after the talk night and wants me to sign a piece of memorabilia? Hello?
Yo, I'm screaming. He said, you done snitched on me and you gonna ask me to come and sign something for you? Hello? Hello, mate.
Hello, Chopper. You sign this? I can't believe it. What are you doing here? Oh, bygones are bygones? You sign this? No. I'm not signing anything with you. I'm not signing anything. I can't even don't even believe it, you know? And I'll see you backstage. Eh? Come and talk to us backstage. He was there. Oh, couldn't believe it. Mad. Idiot. Completely insane. Off his head on cocaine.
Right. And so what happened then?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you what happened then, but we took him, I hopped into his car, going back to his place, bang, 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 bang. And I shot him the last time with his gun. I killed him this time with his gun. That's how stupid he is.
Yo, he said I popped him with his gun. And then the second time I popped him with his gun. Fool me once, shame on you. Twice, shame on me. He didn't even get to the third time. That's why you can't let a nigga fool you the first time. Just saying.
I shot him the first time with his gun. I shot him the second time with his gun. How stupid is this person? He is an idiot, complete idiot.
And this time, were you shooting to kill him?
Hello, mate.
Oh, yeah, this time I was shooting to kill him. Last time he just got it in the guts and a trip to hospital. Very Christian last time. Not this time. Bang.
Why did you murder him?
Because he was an absolute turd.
So we literally kicked his ass.
That shit is hilarious. Because he was an absolute turd. Hey, you better come over here so we Pat. Come here. I'm talking to my doggy. You better not use the bathroom in here. There's a wee pad right there.
Anyway, it's a comedy evening and I thought that was a funny story.
So years after convincing his legion of fans he'd swapped crime for storytelling, Chopper brutally settles a score with an old enemy.
Get out of here.
What did you do with the body?
We stuck him in a hole and filled the hole in, as one does.
Whereabouts was that?
Casino, New South Wales.
I bet, yeah, my dog. I don't want him to go that way and then he gets caught into the wires. Come on this side. Good dog. Come here. Good dog. Good puppy.
Can you be more specific? Do you
Casino,
remember?
New South Wales. I'm not going to go and dig it up for you. I couldn't dig it up for you myself. I would forget. It was bloody somewhere near a bloody football oval. Somewhere near a football oval. Yeah, about 50 fucking feet away from a football oval on the other side of a big mound of bloody dirt. That's all I remember.
Do you reflect on that at all? I mean, you know, his son told police he was missing, reported him missing. There's a family there looking for a dad who's no longer around. Any remorse, any sort of reflection on that?
No.
Yo, I'm screaming. He like, no, I don't feel bad. No, I don't no remorse. No, mate.
None at all. None at all. None at all. Absolutely none at all. No. None at all.
What does it feel like to kill someone?
Didn't feel anything at all. Nothing. Nothing.
An adrenaline rush?
No, didn't feel a thing. No. I didn't get no adrenaline rush, nothing.
Fear?
No, nothing. No sense of fear. No sense of foreboding or anything like that, nothing. No.
Sense of power?
No sense of power. Nothing like that at all. No.
So
sense of looking over your shoulder, did anyone see it? That's about it.
Like, yeah, I gotta look over my shoulders because if anybody's seen it, then I gotta pop the witnesses next. Hello, mate.
What do you expect me to say?
Mark...
Yo, my dog is wearing me out. He's like a child. Like, he keeps me up at night. He cries. He's a puppy, so he whines. I'm tired, but we gonna get through it, though.
Brandon Chopper Reed wasn't afraid of killing, and even in his final weeks, he wasn't afraid of dying. He died as he lived, with no remorse, few regrets, and certainly no guilt over the 4 murders he's now admitted to. He leaves behind a wife, Margaret, and 2 sons, Charlie and Roy.
Hey, Charlie and Roy, I don't want no smoke.
You sleep and you sleep and you sleep, and then you fall into a coma, and then you, sometimes during the coma you die. So it sounds pretty painless, you know, so I hope that's how I go. It's better than dying with a bullet in the back of the brain or a bullet in the front of the brain.
I guess you've dodged a few of those.
Yeah, I've dodged a few of those.
Yo, this reporter is mad funny. I guess you dodged a few of those.
And I literally have too. I've heard the bullets rustling through the air, going past my ears.
It's good to be able to hear the sound. If you don't, you're dead.
Even though I've got no ears, I can still hear the sound of a bullet.
What do you think your judgment day will bring? Do you think there's a big penitentiary up in the sky, big pentridge in the sky?
Well, if there was a big pentridge in the sky, I suppose there'd be a place there for me. I wonder who'd be in it.
Every damn body.
Place would be empty, wouldn't it? Because it'd be in heaven. I'd be the only person up there. I would. I'm the only person I could think of going to heaven.
Really?
Yeah. From my world.
Yo, that was crazy, lads, man. Y'all hit that subscribe for the vibe. Have a good day.
Just turned 30, mix a Henny with the white wine. I have her eat the pussy while I smoke the blunt. I'm ghetto, this ain't what the fuck you want. I have her suck the pussy while I smoke the blunt. Give her contact, hell yeah, girl, smoke the runts. I have her eat the pussy while I'm rolling up. Girl, high sex is the only way I like to fuck. I have her suck the pussy while I smoke the blunt. Blowing weed smoke in her face, girl, big grunts. Eat my pussy, girl, while I smoke